What's happening, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to another episode of Pour Michigan Reviews. We have a special beer from Chicago, guys, and if you know Chicago beer, there's quite a few good options, but one of them is going to be Hot Butcher for the World. Boom, shakalaka. Fresh drop a few days ago, guys. It is going to be the Sightsystem. This is a 6.5% India Pale Ale with Waimea, or Waimea, I don't know how to say that hop actually, Citra, Amarillo, and Strata hopped. So yeah, I don't know about that first one there. I actually have never heard of that hop before, so leave it to Hot Butcher, they know what they're doing. We have tasting notes of bright citrus, juicy, mango, candied peaches. Very normal for a hazy New England from these guys, but we'll see what we have in the tank today, guys. Maybe something different. We don't know. I've never had this. Super duper fresh, 10.5. Today's the 13th of October, so freaking fresh beer, man. I love that from Hot Butcher. They pride themselves on that, and I hope they always stay that way. This is coming in around $19 for a 4-pack, so not cheap, but good beer. Hey, you're going to pay a little bit of cash, guys. So that's what it is for M4 distribution in Northern Michigan. Hot Butcher's super cool. We have small conversations on Instagram from time to time, and these guys absolutely crushing the beer game. So if you're actually seeing this review, guys, it's very possible during this review, if you're watching, that I'm actually in Chicago right now. So if you guys have questions, hit me up. I'll be on the north side of Chicago. I'm actually going to a wedding, so if you're watching this review, I very well might be in Chicago. So as we pour, side note, I'd love to go to Hot Butcher, by the way, but I don't think their tap room's ready yet. I know they're working on it. So obviously, freaking New England style IPA, guys. I mean, geez, it's OJ, it's a mimosa, it's M43 in a glass, but it's not. It's Hot Butcher, man. It's freaking about as good as it gets for a hazy. It's not beat around the bush. I'll give you a little bit of that. Yeah, she's murky. She's beautiful. She's bright, very vibrant. A little bit of mild carbonation streaming to the top. I don't need to tell you the head, guys. It's got great retention, sitting at 6.5. Probably going to hang around. It's a bit creamy dash. Very hazy, I should say. I was trying to give a different word, but no, she's hazy as can be, guys. Let's not beat around the bush like I'm saying. Let's go to an aroma. Man, that is such a staple hazy, like New England style IPA. It's bright, it's vibrant, it screams OJ, it screams tropical fruit notes, it screams juicy peach, juicy mangoes. I mean, it's just screaming those typical things we get in New England styles, especially from Hot Butcher. This one might be a little bit more like earthy, acidic, like soily, if you will. It just got a little bit more of that kind of undertone to the case here. It's not always this subdued by earthy notes and kind of like soil, slight dankness. But still, super bright, super citrusy, tropical, stony. Yo, it's Hot Butcher. It's the Sightsystem. Let's check it out, guys. Super duper fresh. Cheers. Fix that damn camera. It feels like it's going to be so much crazier, juicy, like mango, so much crazier, peachy, grapefruit, but same time, it's super bitter, and it's like actually overcome with like hoppy acidicness. It's almost like the first sip, I didn't get the layers I was expecting off the nose. Kind of that earthy, piney, woodsy kind of soil vibe going on in here, but it is kind of dominated by that kind of like earthy, hoppy pine cone. Whereas I thought I was going to get more of these fruits kind of underlying there. I didn't get it on the first sip, I'm not going to lie. So let's try to dive back in. This is very green, I will say, guys. It's extremely young. You can tell it needs to like mature a little bit because it's zippy, it's acidic, it's strong. It's just green. That's the term we use in craft beer for like it's very young, it needs to mature a little bit. It's just a little green. So let's go for a cheers. Again, hold on. Yeah, that earthy pininess is hanging on for dear life. Like, it does not leave your palate. It very much reminds me of a West Coast beer, the way that it kind of sits and lingers. It's very hoppy. The bitterness actually, now that I've taken another sip, is actually more intense. Again, it's so green, it's young, it's hoppy, it's zippy. It's like, again, this earthy, acidic pine cone, if you will. Underneath, there's like very pithy, like rindy fruits. It's not as juicy as I got on the nose. The nose was like incredibly stellar for juicy notes. But this is like tart grapefruit, like the rind, like clementine rind, cantaloupe, underripe cantaloupe skin. A little bit of like, almost like skin of like green grapes, like the most unmature green grape. Like you're getting the absolute tart, earthy, soily quality. Almost like it's lacking the actual fruit, but rather you just have that skin. A little bit of like tart gooseberry, like that's kind of relating back to the grape thing. But again, the juicy notes are just unheard of. I'm not seeing them. So this says juicy mango. I'm not seeing it, man. I'm not seeing it in this one. I don't know if it's just too young. Maybe for a slight second I get a little bit of like peachy cantaloupe sweetness. But again, more of the rind, man. It's tart. It's hoppy. It's piney. It's earthy. I could go on and on, but that's just reality. I could dig a little bit deeper. There is a moment of those layers. But I think they're just dominated by this hoppy, almost West Coast bitter greenness on the back end, and it kind of dominates your palate, and you almost forget the layers there could be in this beer. So is it my favorite from Hop Butcher? Not quite, because, again, the layers aren't clear. They're more dominated by that back end. The mouthfeel is not as creamy as some of the other versions of Hop Butchers we've had. So with all that being said, there's so many good options from them. The bar is a little bit lower on this one, so I'm going to say that this is a 3.79 out of 5. It's actually not my favorite hazy from them recently, but I do have another one to review with you guys, so that's just my opinion today. I think it's just a little too young. It's a little green. Needs to mature a little bit. Maybe it'll loosen up a bit as we let it sit there in the fridge. So see if we can revisit this one at a later time. It's been a review of Sightsystem, guys. That's just my opinion today. It is what it is. I still love Hop Butcher. I'll be getting all their beers as fast as I can. Over and out. Cheers.